You might be thinking about quitting your job and starting a brand new career in tech sales. But taking the leap is a little scary, especially if you're not really sure what to expect. And so in this video, I'm gonna share with you why I feel tech sales is one of the most rewarding career paths you can take, and also why I started my career in tech sales as well. What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick with Sales Legacy, the ultimate online sales masterclass that's gonna show you everything on how to start and accelerate your sales career. Now, before we get started, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's get into it. So you think about starting a career in tech sales, right? And you wanna know, like, if you do tech sales, is there gonna be a job in the future? Or are you gonna be looking for another job, right? And I gotta say, the first thing we gotta talk about is that there is a high demand for good tech sales people right now, and they will be in the future as well. Now, if you think about this, technology is essentially eating up the world, right? Software, APIs, and blockchain now, like there's so much new technology that's gonna be coming out, and it's disrupting every industry, right? No matter what industry you talk about, technology either has already influenced it in some way or completely disrupted it. There's Uber, right? Disrupting taxis. Airbnb, disrupting the hospitality industry. Platforms like social media, like Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that, completely disrupted how people communicate. Amazon Web Services, or Amazon AWS, which is the back end of how a lot of technology companies store their data and things like that. So technology is literally eating up the world, right? And with all this technology rising up, and with all these companies coming up and replacing older legacy companies, they're gonna need salespeople to sell their products and services. If you think about the big companies out there, let's say it's Facebook, Oracle, Salesforce, Microsoft, right? All these companies have huge sales teams of thousands of people. And you might be wondering, well, why do they have so many salespeople? Like, why don't they just sell it online, right? And the thing is, when you're selling something for such a high price, like some deals can be $10,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month, maybe $1 million a month, depending on what it is, right? You need to talk to another human being before you make that purchasing decision. You're not gonna make $1 million decision online without talking to another human being. What if you purchase the wrong thing? Or what if it doesn't work right? You need a certain level of customer service. And if you're trying to vet which company you want to work with, well, who are you gonna talk to? Who's gonna convince you to buy that certain thing? And that's why a salesperson is always necessary during these transactions, because a salesperson is the one that communicates the value and shows like, hey, this is why we're better than anything else and why you should go with us and how we're gonna make your life so much better, right? And so that's why there always will be a demand in the foreseeable future when it comes to technology salespeople specifically. So if you're thinking about making the jump into tech sales, and you're not really sure what the demand looks like in the future, just know that it's looking great, all right? There's more and more tech jobs coming out every year, and people are getting more specialized, and new jobs are constantly being created, especially in the last 10 years, and more jobs will be available in the future. So if you're worrying about whether or not there'll be, if sales will be totally automated in the future when it comes to B2B, it's not. It's gonna be here to stay. Now, the next reason for why I believe people should be considering tech sales as a career is the high income. Now, there's not a lot of jobs that are available that will pay you so much as an entry-level salesperson, okay? So I'm gonna speak on my experience in working in America. It's different depending on which country you go to. So I would say in Western countries where it's kind of similar to America, you might be getting paid the same. But if you're, let's say in a country like Vietnam or Thailand, the pay is not gonna be the same, obviously, because the currency is different. So let's stick to America for now. So in America, as a entry-level salesperson, like you just graduated from college, or let's say you just switched industries and you start your first sales job, you could be making 50 to 80K your first year. Depending on, you have base salary and you're gonna have commissions, right? So if you hit 100%, you're gonna hit 50 to 80K. So what other job out there allows you to make 50 to 80K your first year without any sales experience? I can't even think of one on top of my head, right? So this is why it's so lucrative. This is why so many people join it, because you don't need any sales experience to be a salesperson. You just need to have the right attitude to learn, and they're willing to pay you a high income. Now, why are technology companies paying such a high income for an entry-level salesperson, right? Especially if it's entry level. Sometimes when you're entry level, all you're doing is like sending cold emails, cold calling people, and you're just generating meetings, you're not even closing deals, and you're getting paid like 80K a year. How's that possible? Well, how it works is that technology companies, the way the business model works is when you sell something to a person, it doesn't really cost you any money to keep that customer, right? So let's say you sold a software that's $10,000 a month. They already built the software, so that person just keeps renewing every month, and it doesn't really cost the company any more money because it's code, it's technology, right? You just give it to the person. It's like almost free to give it to them. So that's why it's a very scalable business model where they can afford to just keep spending money on marketing and sales, bring people in the door, and the money keeps being generated without them having to do anything actually. And so each customer is worth so much. Like if they keep renewing for you for years to come, they're gonna be generating like a lot of revenue for that person, right? And so companies, and because technology is so aggressive, they're willing to pay high salaries to get good salespeople to come in and try to beat out their competition, and they're willing to pay good commissions to these people. Because at the end of the day, if a good salesperson is selling stuff, well, they're always or usually making more money than they cost. So actually a good salesperson is free, right? Because they're making more money for the company than their salary and commissions combined. So, you know, if the numbers just work out in the back end, and technology companies are very great at doing this, and they're also willing to lose money on every deal to grow faster as well, they're willing to pay these crazy commissions and salaries, right, to attract talent. And so in what other industry are people willing to do that, right? Other companies like small, medium businesses and things like that don't have a lot of funding, or they aren't like huge, they have to be profitable every single quarter. But a technology company like Amazon is a great example. They're willing to lose money every year in order to get massive growth. And then when they want to be profitable, they can be, but they're going to focus on growth all the way through, right? To be the biggest company out there. So that's the benefit you get from working in tech sales. You kind of lean on the trend of technology companies, you know, willing to pay their employees so well in order to get that growth. And by riding that trend, you get to ride that nice salary and income as well. Now, the next thing I want to cover is that you don't really need a specific degree or background to get into tech sales. Now, there's a misconception where people believe that you have to be a business major or a communications major because you're selling stuff, right? Or you have to be in technology, like you know how to code in order to sell technology products. Actually, that's not true at all. I've seen people who are philosophy major, math majors, psychology majors, like anything under the sun, and they are able to do well in tech sales. And the reason is because like universities don't really teach sales in university anyways, even if you're a business major. I'm a business major myself. I took one sales class during my university, and it's like, that was like an elective kind of thing. It wasn't even a requirement. I just wanted to do it. Most people don't even have that experience. So, and I can tell you, plenty of salespeople go into sales without any sales experience and they do just fine. And if you, let's say, work a random job, like let's say you were like a product manager, or you were, I don't know, an accountant, and you want to get into tech sales, that's totally fine too, because your past experience doesn't necessarily dictate whether or not you'll be great at sales. It's just your ability to be coachable and learn, and your ability to communicate with people that will really influence whether or not you succeed. So don't worry about, you know, if you don't have any sales experience, or you've been doing something for 5 years and then you want to suddenly make a switch. It's okay. You can make a switch. You can go to law. I mean, I met someone who they want to be a lawyer. They went to law school, and then they graduated from law school, and then they realized, actually, I don't want to be a lawyer. And they just completely switched, and they got into tech sales, and they're doing great. So, you know, there's a lot of instances like that where people, you know, at first, they're not really attracted to sales at first because they think it's sleazy and slimy. But when they start learning about it and they start watching some of my videos, like I'm trying to explain to you now, actually it's pretty cool. And so, you know, don't worry about your experience. You can actually get into the job, learn on the job without having any prior sales experience in the past. So don't let those limiting beliefs stop you from applying. And the next great thing about tech sales is that it is a great stepping stone. So think about this. So sales, when you learn the sales skills, right? Salesmanship, there's a lot of things that come with it. It's your ability to communicate, persuade, sometimes lead a team, generate meetings, close deals. So this is a very valuable skill set that you can take with you wherever you go. You don't have to be a salesperson for the rest of your life. You might want to maybe be a sales manager and move up the ladder. You might want to start your own business, right? Like if you plan to be an entrepreneur selling your own products and services, you have to learn how to sell. If you don't sell anything, you can't generate revenue, you don't have a business. So sales, the skill of sales is one of the most important skills you need when it comes to business in general, right? And I think a lot of people have this perception that sales is, ooh, it's sleazy, it's slimy. You have to lie to people and trick them into buy. The truth is, no, you don't. And the truth is, like, good salespeople are not liars and sleazy, right? You think Amazon is, you know, doing hundreds of billions in revenue per year by lying to everybody? No, right? If they were lying to everyone, everyone would know and no one would do business with them. But the truth is they have a great product, they got great services, they sell them, people love it, and they continue to renew, and that's how they build their business, right? And so salesperson is the same thing. You don't have to lie, you don't have to be sleazy. It's just like, you just have to be a good person and communicate and show value. And so by learning that skill, Again, applicable to anything. If you don't want to do sales anymore and you want to start your own business, perfect. You know, that's what I did. If you want to, let's say, get into marketing after that, that's okay too, because you still learn the foundational skills of understanding people and understanding why they do certain things and learning how to persuade. You know, that's a skill you can take with you anywhere, no matter what you do, right? All managers have to persuade, all executives have to persuade. So if you have that skill, you can move up in different ways, right? So sales is a great stepping stone. Like, I feel like if you don't really know what you want to do with your life and you want to make a lot of money and then have options in the future, sales is one of the best career options I can think of, in my opinion, because you just have that skill for life. You can do anything with it and you never have to go hungry, because if you know that you can sell, all right, here's a golden thing. If you know you can generate meetings with anybody and you know you can sell stuff, you'll never go hungry. You don't have to worry about a job because you can always generate revenue. And then when you have that security, well, you can start thinking about what you want to do in the future. You want to start a business? Okay, you know, generate sales, save some money, start something, right? There's so many different ways to do it. So sales, you know, hands down, one of the best skills you can have in life in general. And of course, because my background is in technology sales, I'm a little biased towards it, but I really do believe that right now, at this time, technology sales is one of the best places to be if you are considering a career in sales. Because if you're gonna sell something, it might as well be good, right? The problem people have is that they sell commodities. They sell things that are hard to sell. And if they're hard to sell, then you know, you're not gonna make that much money. But if you're selling technology that's very unique and they have a brand and you know, they're very competitive, it's gonna be easy to sell. So that's why I'm very biased toward technology, because of the salary, because of the culture, because of the ease to sell and the uniqueness of different products. There's many different reasons for why I love technology sales. So that's why I really encourage you guys to really check it out and see if it's something for you. And if you are actually serious about, you know, starting a career in tech sales and you're looking to have more training, make sure to check out my sales masterclass, Sales Legacy. Link is in the description. It's a masterclass that a lot of people have used from, you know, a lot of people who have, you know, worked different jobs and they want to transition into sales. They enrolled in the course and it helped them a lot when it comes to learning the philosophy of sales, because, you know, technology sales is very different from other sales and there's a certain way companies like it to be done. So some people have used the training to prepare themselves for interviews and then gotten great interviews at great companies and got great high paying jobs as well. So if that sounds interesting to you, check out Sales Legacy, link is in the description. And so with that said, those are gonna be some of my tips on, you know, what you should think about when you start thinking about, you know, joining tech sales. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe, turn on notifications as well. And my name is Spencer Deng. I'll see you guys in the next one.